Jerry Mallory here, SBNationPrivateTrade.com. Decided to dress up a little bit. We have a big signing to the Lions with that contract extension from Matt Stafford. A little bit different than what many of us expected. We thought he would tack on 5 years to the already 2 years that he had. But at the end of the day, we can look at it as this. It's a 5-year contract. Annually, he'll get about $15 million per year, 75 total, over 40 guaranteed. If you look at the projections, whether it's myself as a fan or a newspaper, everyone was thinking that the number would be a little bit higher. I thought somewhere between 16.5 and 17.5 million in that Tony Romo range. 15 isn't a far number off, but it's a little bit lower than what most of us expected. It's simple. You can say what you want about him not being proven, only going to the playoffs once, definitely not having as good a year last year as he did in 2011. The bottom line is he's a young quarterback that has already showed talent, already showed that he can pass for 40 touchdowns, showed he can lead a team to the playoffs, and he has tons of talent. He has a super arm. He has his flaws. I always compare him to Brett Favre. Not saying he's going to reach that height, but just in terms of having this great arm, seeming to be a good leader, being tough, can really make throws that most people can't, but is not the most accurate and does not make the best decisions. After all, we know Brett Favre, for all the accolades that he did, had a propensity for throwing interceptions, but he was a winner. Several division titles, Super Bowl appearances, Super Bowl win. If we can get half that much from Stafford, we'd all be happy. So I'm glad about the deal. The freeing up of the cap space, not as important in terms of what new players you could bring in, but in terms of keeping your players next year. Stafford's contract is going to skyrocket if he did not do the extension this year. So now we can look at locking down Ndamukong Suh long term, and you still have other players to consider, such as Nick Fairley. We're going to blink our eyes, and his contract is going to be up soon too. You can only pay so many players. We don't know how things will turn. Calvin's got the big money. You had to keep your quarterback. Matt has the big money. Suh, Fairley, etc., etc. You have to have a quarterback. This is a quarterback's league. Not a lot of quarterbacks go out for free agency. You could talk about Drew Brees. He went in free agency when he was injured. He had a down year. Looked like his career was kind of 50-50. Aside from Drew Brees, who, like I said, wasn't even a big consideration at the time as a free agent quarterback, who else becomes available? Very few do. Teams find ways to keep their number one prize. It's one of, if not the most important position in all of sports, definitely the most important position in the NFL. And, so it comes down to the point of, do you like Stafford or do you not like Stafford? Me personally, I think he's going to be fine as a quarterback. I want to see some improvement, though. He got a raise. I know if I get a raise on my job, they expect more out of me. We expect more out of Stafford. And I think he expects more out of himself. I want to see him get in better physical shape. I want to see him not zero in on receivers so tough where everyone knows where he's going. And I want him to rely on his strong arm, but not to a detriment. He's going to have to find that balance between saying, I have a strong arm to make this pass in this tight little area that's not plausible. And then times where you say, even with my cannon, I'm not going to throw that ball. I think he's capable of doing it. He's young and he's promising. We've locked him up. Gone are the days of your Scott Mitchells, your Charlie Batch, your Eric Kramers. Here's someone that hopefully we hang our hat on for 5 years or more. The Lions win because they lock up the guy that they really have confidence in. Stafford wins because his next contract will be up when he's only 29 years old. He'll be 29, 30, and he'll get another huge astronomical contract. He said some of his family members told him to take the Joe Flacco route, try to cash in on a big year, which he could have done. So, in a sense, he's playing it a little safe, and the Lions are playing it a little safe as well by means of the money and the deal. So we move on. There's lots more to get into. Training camp's right around the corner. Do you like the deal, yay or nay? I'm going to say yay. It's a lot of money, but it's a lower number than I thought. It does help with cap relief, and there's more moves to make. That's going to do it. We'll be back soon. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Subscribe, comment. We love it. As always, I'm getting out of here. This is Jerry Mallory. I have to take this tie off for SB Nation and PrivateTrade.com.